And what is up, everybody? It's your boy Tino here, and we're here today to talk about a lot of things because in this upcoming week, there's a lot of things that are going down, and it just so happened, of course, one of the weeks that there is a lot going down. Your boy Tino is heading to Chicago as he's going to a White Sox game. So we're going to preview 3 shows. We're going to talk about some news, notes, and rumors that have been going on in the wrestling world. And then I'm going to let you know what we'll be doing this week, how everything will be working, and then what will be happening this weekend if you guys have not seen what will be happening on the Main Event Network starting Friday with Friday Night SmackDown. So let's get into all of it, everybody. I appreciate y'all joining me here on this Friday. Make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe, you turn that notification button on, all that good stuff. But we have to start with some stuff that I just really didn't want to talk about here today. But after me going to the WrestleCon, the Water City WrestleCon in Wisconsin, shout out to Hornswoggle, and all the great superstars that we met. You guys will be seeing a vlog, a meet and greet, and I will show you all the stuff I got, all the people I met, and all the things that happened there in a video, most likely when I get back. But I'll show you some stuff, and I'll tell you some things that happened today. But some things that happened at a different WrestleCon that I was not at, to miss poor Saraya. It needs to stop, and it needs to be done. Somebody needs to, and these fans need to, understand boundaries. It's okay, as they say, it's okay to take a picture, put your arm around them, whatever. There's no reason to be trying to kiss these poor girls on the mouth when they got boyfriends, fiancés, whatever. Nobody wants to be touched. Nobody. You understand their boundaries, and maybe they're a hugger, maybe, whatever. You get to ask, and if they say no, you say okay. But again, you should understand people's boundaries. You should understand what people are this should not even have to be said. Leave these poor people alone, because of this, Saraya will now only be taking handshakes, and it doesn't look like, and she will be having a lot more boundaries with when she does with signings. And that's okay, because again, you just should not do this. So whoever that fan was, and it's sad that, as Saraya says, it's crazy that she has to even say this, but come to my signings. Please don't try to kiss me anywhere, especially on my mouth. He wasn't able to because I moved, but Jesus effing Christ. I mean, come on, guys. Let's all be real here. I met like 7 superstars yesterday. We all had great conversations. I talked to them for a couple minutes, and then I moved on with my day. That's it. And I'm going to remember those conversations forever. And now that guy will never be able to go. And now he ruins it for everybody that, just maybe want, it just bothers me. Also, we did have these people at that show. We had Mick Foley. We had Mickey James. We had Booker T. We had Queen Shamel. And then we had the Gilbert Boys. And, I think that was a fan taking a picture. But, hey, that's really cool to be able to meet all those superstars. And that's what it's about, being able to do stuff like that. Because that, and I'll show you guys some pictures, and I'll show you guys some stuff as I posted it on Facebook and everything else. But, again, it doesn't need to be this difficult. Also, if you guys are seeing me blend in, I had to move my computer, and that is why we had to start a little late, because it is so light, outside, that it's not coming into the house. So I had to flip my computer around just to make sure you guys can see me right now. So, yeah, but that is why, because I don't have the green screen. But also another thing that I did want to talk about too, that happened to Miss Alexa Bliss. And I didn't want to talk about it because I understand. I wanted Chelsea Green to win that triple threat on Friday. But Miss Alexa Bliss went on to win the match, and she will be going to Money in the Bank. And the fact that we have this Ghost Madness person, whoever the hell it is, and it goes back to what I just said about Saraya, she's not that, back in the game. Chelsea deserves it more. And again, I don't disagree with Chelsea deserving it. But again, how many times in WWE have we seen guys, them have last chance matches, them have a triple threat of the people that have been eliminated, that have lost in the other matches? I would not be shocked if Chelsea Green has another opportunity. Alexa Bliss is one of the greatest wrestlers. She will be a Hall of Famer when her career is all said and done. And you can say whatever you want. You don't have to like her, but she's done a lot. She's accomplished a lot in her career. And there is, again, no reason to be saying any of this. Why can't we all just get along with, like, I just don't understand these people. And again, that's why toxic and social medias are so bad. I literally would not be on social medias if it was not for the podcast. And I'm kind of starting to think about just getting it off of it anyway, because it really don't matter, because just it's all awful. So, guys, can we all just learn how to leave these poor superstars alone? Because they're people like us. They got feelings. They have a lot, And again, Alexa's doing her best. She's doing what she can, and she's just come back from something that not everybody goes through and everything. So I shouldn't have to say this. Anyway, let's talk about some good things. Let's talk about Chelsea Green's husband, Mr. Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, formerly known as. He was on Chris Van Vliet. I did meet Chris Van Vliet yesterday. Shout out to my guy, Chris Van Vliet. I appreciate you taking a picture, taking a couple minutes to talk to me, and taking a business card. But he said, Matt Cardona did say on the podcast, I am never going to be one of those guys that say they buried me for doing this or that. I always want to blame myself. I just take all the accountability for what happens. I like to just blame myself and move on. There are so many moving parts in WWE. There are so many characters. It's a TV show. Not every character on the TV show could be featured, and that's just how it is. He also said there are 3 rules that you should have when you go and when you move on to WWE. You could live off of your WWE name. You could do absolutely nothing. Or you could completely reinvent yourself like this man did, and he became the indie god and Matt Cardona and the guy that we all know and love, the major podcast, the major figure podcast, all of that great stuff that they're doing. I did meet Kurt Hawkins and Brian Myers, and I got kids. Heath Slater. That was kind of cool. It was funny because I'll tell you guys a quick story before we get on to the next thing. And I was walking and I was confused. I didn't know how this was going to work. I go to Sox Fest. I go to all these things, and I've never been to a wrestling one. I went to the Hardy Boys, but I mean, it's the Hardy Boys. You guys know how the line's going to be. So I'm walking through, and there was really nobody in there because we got there early, and we waited in line. And all of a sudden, I'm just standing there, and I look to my right, and Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers, and Heath Slater just sitting there by their tables. And I was just confused. I'm like, do I talk to them? I didn't know what to do. So all of a sudden my mom pushed me up to him and just made me start talking to him. And I was just confused. I didn't know, but I was just shocked. And, like I said, when I talked to you guys about this before, I didn't know how exactly it was going to work. So when they were just all standing around hanging out, it was just really cool to be able to see that and be able to go up there and walk and talk and everything else. And as I said, I will show you guys more pictures, videos, and all that stuff on the video, but I don't want to ruin it all because you got to watch the video. So let's talk about some other things. And this is more of what Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona had to say in the podcast that he did with Chris Van Vliet. If you guys have not listened to it, I definitely would go take a listen to it. It's a really good interview. I think it's like 75% Matt, 25% Zack. He gets at the signings, the autograph sessions. I have no problem signing the Zack Ryder 8x10 or an action figure. That Intercontinental picture, that 8x10, I made thousands of dollars off. So I'm grateful for it. And listen, again, sometimes, and it's all about the money. It's not all about the money, but you guys know what I mean. It's, again, sadly in this world, we need money to live off and we need money to live. And the U.S. currency sucks. So, yes, it's not all about money, but the fact they're able to make money and do these things and have this extra cash and everything is just, you want to see people succeed, especially somebody like Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. It's so cool to see him do that. So if you do have an opportunity, as he says right there is no problem signing a figure. Just ask. But again, as I said with Paige, just leave them alone. Why can't we just have conversations and not be weird people? I just don't understand. Even some of the people yesterday with Kelly, I was like, this poor girl. Like, why can't we just have a conversation? And I was hoping that there were going to be no weirdos. And thankfully, there weren't, that I saw, at least, thankfully. But let's talk about Mr. Axiom and Nathan Frazier. It's Fraxium, as they are officially on the SmackDown brand. And, Shawn Michaels had this to say while he was on the Stay Busy with Armin Sadler. Yeah, well, I would 100% agree with the people that say that Fraxium is the best tag team right now. I think right now they are clicking on all cylinders. very proud of both of them. They're two young men, and they are very extremely, or they that were and that are extremely talented. They do go on to take on the Street Profits this upcoming Friday night. As I said, 24-hour main event mixer, guys. We've been talking about doing it here on Tino's Time by myself. I was thinking about doing it. I was thinking about setting it up. And one day, OTM, Mr. Kyle, Too Sweet Kyle, and Ian were live. And I was like, you guys know what? And Ian was talking about a 24-hour live stream possible. I was like, you know what? Let's do it with the network. And here it is, starting this Friday with Friday Night SmackDown, going all the way until Saturday night's main event. We got live streams. We got retros. We got gaming. We got some funny people coming on Main Event Network. It will all go down over there. So if you want to come and hang out with me all weekend, I will not be here on Tino's Time. Besides Sunday when we come back here for Battleground and Double or Nothing. Friday and Saturday, first SmackDown and Saturday night's main event. At least I think so for Saturday night's main event also. We'll be live either way. But come and hang out. Go live. Join all the subscribe to all of the YouTube channels up on the top right there. Join us. It's going to be a good time. And let's see if we can make it 24 hours. It's going to be like that iCarly episode, I swear. And you know, we're going to hold it down. But one more thing I wanted to talk about before we start previewing Saturday night's main event, Battleground, Double or Nothing. And then I'll let you know what's going on for the rest of this week, next week, or this week coming up. Let's talk about what Mr. Thugonomics, Word Life, Hustle, Loyalty, Disrespect, the real WWE Champion John Cena had to say as he came kind of out of character, I guess, as he said on the WWE side, we're just taking it one at a time. We did our last one in St. Louis. I had my last match with Randy Orton. And that was pretty cool to kind of put it close to that 25-year rivalry. So as every chapter happens, it's a different feeling for everybody. And that's very true because there might be people that really weren't around and really didn't watch John Cena, Randy Orton too much and then didn't maybe that wasn't their rivalry. Maybe people just started watching John Cena when he started feuding with Roman Reigns. Maybe people started watching John Cena when he won it in 2005. Maybe they started watching him when he was the prototype. So every rivalry, every chapter is going to feel different. For me, this one hit a little harder because you guys know I love these two, and these two have been two of my favorite superstars, top 5 favorite superstars of all time. So we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, the chapter with Mr. What's Up, R-Truth will end this upcoming Saturday at Saturday night's main event. But for now, if you want to watch Randy Orton, John Cena, go check out Backlash or one of the other great matches. And we're just going to have to wait and see. It is only May. We still have a half a year left with Mr. John Cena. But as I say, that half the year is already gone. And that just means the other half is going to fly even faster. So that is all the news, notes, and rumors that I got. If you guys do have any stuff you want to talk about, please leave it in the comments, your questions, your concerns, all that good stuff. I am going to preview all the matches and then go to all the questions. So if you do have any questions, like I said, please leave them in the comments, the questions. Or leave them in the comment section of the chat, and we'll answer them after we preview the shows. So, the first one we're going to start off with is Saturday night's main event. We're just going to go in order here. Also, don't forget, guys, that Battleground and Double or Nothing, I think, and I'm most likely 99% sure that they're on at the exact same time. It's going to be a doubleheader, just like we did a few years ago. 3-4 years ago, maybe, with I think it was All Out and Worlds Collide or something. It's double the pay-per-views, 2 shows, 2 TVs, Sunday night. It's pay-per-view time. But before we get to pay-per-view time, let's get to Saturday night's main event. And let's talk about the 4 matches that have been confirmed. And obviously, a lot can change. Things could be confirmed tomorrow and Friday before the show. So obviously, if things are, I'll put out a short. But I'm giving you my predictions right now as the card stands at this exact moment. So let's start it off and let's talk about the match between. It's inside of a steel cage, and I don't know if it's going to end at this time. I don't know if it's going to end where it's going to end. I kind of hope it ends. It's Drew McIntyre. It's Damian Priest. It is inside of a steel cage. We obviously saw them have one heck of a match at WrestleMania. I thought a very good match, a very impressive match, and a match that you know, I thought was better than a lot of people were expecting it to be, and I don't think that people had very high expectations for that match. But Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest went out there and did their thing in Los Angeles, or not, I'm sorry, not, or, yeah, no, I'm sorry, not in Los Angeles. That's Money in the Bank. In Las Vegas, they went out there and they did their thing. Well, Saturday, it's going to be inside of a steel cage, and this one, I think it's going to be a really good match. I feel like this very well could be their last match in the feud, or maybe they have one more. But for me, I personally would like to see this one be the last one. And I'm going to say Mr. Drew McIntyre gets the win, and he takes out Damian Priest, and he wins the steel cage match. Now let's talk about a world title match that people I'm sure are not that excited for. And it is Mr. Yeet Man, Jey Uso. Can I get a 4 letters, 1 word, yeet? Not my best work there, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. As he takes on the Maverick, Logan Paul. Logan Paul now, I guess, is a full-time WWE superstar, and he wants that gold, and he wants the title. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. And do I believe that Logan Paul is going to win? Out of all the matches, I feel like this would be the one that could just shock everybody. And Logan Paul could break the internet on Saturday night, and he very well could win the world title. I do believe Jey Uso is going to win this match. I just think it would be way too soon to take it off of him. I do think that we'll see Jay Gunther again for the 3rd time on Raw, June 8th, the night after Money in the Bank, as Gunther said on Raw that he will be facing the winner of this match on that show. So I'm going to say Jey Uso wins, but I am not going to put it out of the realm of opportunity that Mr. Logan Paul, the Maverick, walks out of Saturday night's main event at Tampa Bay, Tampa, Florida, as your world champion. So I'm just saying, just don't. We also have, and don't forget, guys, this is a 2-hour show. It is on NBC and Peacock. We do still have commercials. We're going to have a bunch of random ads. We're going to have a bunch of random promos, a bunch of random nonsense. We're going to see the Cardi B nonsense, probably see the Backlash previews, all of that. So if there are, and if there is another match to be made, announced, it most likely would only be one more. And I feel like it would maybe be for like the US IC title, something like that. We also don't have a women's match on the card, so maybe they had a women's match. We're just going to have to wait and find out. But let's talk about this tag team match, everybody, as it is CM Punk, the best in the world, as he teams up with Sami Zayn as they take on the two new duo of Monday Night Raw. It's Seth freaking Rollins. It's Braun Breaker. They're going at it in a tag team match. We're going to see who wins. We're going to see who walks out. And for me, I feel like this match is going to be good. At least I hope it will be. But I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of shenanigans. A lot of up and downs. Maybe we see Jimmy. Maybe we see Paul. I'm sure we'll see Paul come out and do something. Or he'll just be out there doing some type of something. We could see somebody join them. I think there's going to be some type of randomness and just craziness to this match. Because in reality, it's just a random tag team match. And it's not like it's for titles or a qualifier or anything else like that. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens on Saturday. But for me, I'm going to say Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker win. And they are standing tall against CM Punk and Sami Zayn on Saturday night. Now, it's time for the main event of Saturday night's main event. The only time I think this match actually did happen was at Capital Punishment. And the roles were reversed. R-Truth was a bad guy. He hated what's up. He was throwing food and Coke into people's faces, and John Cena was the good guy. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Well, all these years later, here we are. R-Truth, his childhood hero, is a bad guy. R-Truth wants to bring the good guy back. R-Truth wants his childhood hero back, but he also wants that World Heavyweight WWE Undisputed Championship. And do I really believe R-Truth is going to win this match? No. I think it would be hysterical, though, if R-Truth had some, like, false finishes, if he had a couple finishers. I hope we see some type of something or another, because you knew at some point this match was going to happen, and people can hate on it, people cannot like it, but John Cena did have a list of people that he did want to face, and let's be real here. He does now hold the record for the most championships. He is the GOAT. He's going into the Hall of Fame. John Cena wants to face R-Truth. Let John Cena face R-Truth. And again, these two are going to put out a really good match. These two are going to go out there and I think tear the house down. And I think it's going to be better than people expect it to be. But obviously, we all know who's going to win this match. In the end, the real champion, please stand up, Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Disrespect. Probably going to hit R-Truth with the world title, cheat again like he has been, and walk out of Saturday night's main event as your champion and Tampa Bay, Florida. Now, could we see the return of an American Nightmare? We very well could. We could see somebody else show up. Maybe, I swear, we're going to see Travis Scott show up. I don't want it to happen, but I'm just going to put it out there, guys. I bet you R-Truth, or I bet you Travis Scott somehow shows up because he has been training with Booker T, and apparently we're having a 6-man or a tag team match at some point. And who knows, maybe that tag team match is R-Truth and somebody else. We'll have to wait and see. But John Cena, either way, going to walk out of this match. You already know. Still, you're undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And that is, guys, Saturday night's main event. So, we'll talk about Battleground here in a second. But I wanted to do one pay-per-view at a time. So, 4 matches right now at Saturday night's main event. As I said, matches could be made official tomorrow on SmackDown. We could be having matches made official for Battleground on Tuesday. Double or Nothing, you know dang well Tony Khan's going to add 1 million more matches. So, obviously, as I said, those matches that I will preview when they're announced in the upcoming week. As you guys know how much I love to do my shorts. So, just like we did for Saturday night's main event. Now, let's do the same for the show that will be on Sunday. And after that 24-hour live stream, and I try to get some sleep, we're going to be here for Battleground and Double or Nothing, but we're going to preview Battleground first. And let's talk about Battleground, because just like Saturday night's main event, there are only 3 to 4 matches that are announced as of this moment. So obviously we could have more matches be announced and we could have more matches come out and they could be set. But for right now, like I said, let's just talk about the 4 matches that have been announced for WWE Battleground. And the first one I do want to talk about, it is for the Women's NXT Championship. It is Jordynne Grace, the challenger, as she takes on Stephanie Valkyrie, the champion. And, you know, these two have been going at it. We saw Julia now officially be a part of the main roster on the SmackDown brand, as Nick Aldis seemed to be trading people before the draft again. That don't make any sense to me again. Why are we signing and drafting and bringing? What would be the point of the draft if we just do that? So see what happens with that. But Jordynne and Stephanie, I think they're going to put on a really good match. It's going to be a good show, and I'm really excited for it. I feel like there's a title change. I'm going to be bold here, and I'm going to say Jordynne Grace walks out as your champion, and she becomes your new NXT Women's Champion. I know that would kind of be a short title reign for Stephanie, but it seems like they're very high in Jordynne, and they would not have signed her and brought her in if they did not want her to be champion. So I'm going to be bold on this one and say she wins, but again, Stephanie could win, and they just wait a little bit longer to have Jordynne win. But eventually down the road, Jordynne Grace is going to become your NXT champion. Now we got a match between 2 guys that were once family members and that loved each other, but now they just don't like each other. It is Tony D, and it is Channing Stacks Lorenzo, as I actually did also meet the man, Santino Marella. And you know what? I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of a little bit of a something another that I got at the WrestleCon event yesterday. Got my Cobra. Let me hit it up. Let me do that. We got Channing Stacks Lorenzo. As you guys know, Channing Stacks is dating Santino Marella's daughter, Ariana Grace, and I just thought that would be a good way to show you guys the Cobra that I got signed by Mr. And I don't know if you guys can see that. Where's it? Right there. Let's see. Oh, there it is. You guys can see Santino got that signature right there. Yeah, buddy. I'll show you guys it fully in the video. But there's a little sneak peek as we have, as I said, we got Tony D and Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Just want to make sure I didn't mess up the autograph. So let's talk about it. There is no stipulation, and again, as of right now, there is no stipulation, but we do still have one more show of NXT this upcoming Tuesday. I will not be live Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I will have some pre-recorded videos, and I will cut the preview episodes for these that we're doing right now in case you are not here, or in case you want to go back and watch it later on, and there'll be shorter videos. So NXT, we could have matches be added, and as I said, if they are, we'll be in. I'll let you know. But for now, we're gonna do these. And for this one, I do think that there should be a stipulation added. And for me, I think Channing Stacks Lorenzo could very well win this match. I think that he could very well get a big win over Tony D. It seems like they're very high on Channing Stacks, and it seems like they're kind of now building him up to kind of move up the card a little bit. And a big way to do that would be for him to beat Tony D. So I'm going to say Channing Stacks Lorenzo walks out the win, and he takes out the family member, the man, why can't I think of what the something boss? Not the final boss. I can't think of it. It's gonna drive me nuts now until Tuesday. So guys, let me know in the chat what is it? It's the underboss, or I am not. What's Tony D? I forgot. It's like I'm like blanking right now. But let me know in the chat. Now let's talk about an NXT Championship match. As it's Oba Femi taking on, aka. I will. Okay, I think it was Randy Orton, but it's not Randy Orton. It is Miles Bourne. I see it sometimes, but like in this picture, I don't see it. It's Miles Bourne. And for me, you guys know somebody that does have a disability. I obviously have cerebral palsy. I have everything. It's so cool to see somebody, an inspiration, to be honest, to see somebody go out there that has a disability, going out there and fighting at the main event in an NXT pay-per-view. It just never give up on your dreams, never give up on anything you do, because you could be Miles Bourne, main events in NXT, doing whatever you're doing with your dreams, and he's doing it. And I think, this is a great opportunity for him, and I'm so excited to see it happen because, we've seen him go in the quarter catch crew, and as I always talk about, I love watching these people rise. So it's cool to see him go out there and do it. Now, do I think he's going to win this match? No. I do not think he's going to win this match. I think we're going to see a lot of shenanigans. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff go down. I'm sure we'll see Ren, Charlie, Tyrese come back maybe. And I think we'll see all these things go down. But in the end, you can't defeat the NXT champion right now. It is Oba Femi, and he is walking out your winner, and he is going to take out Miles Bourne. It's going to be a good match, a good performance. But as I said, in the end, it's going to be Oba Femi, your NXT champion. We got Nick in the house. What's up? I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. Keep it rolling. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by and that very nice compliment. Nobody really gives me compliments like that. So I appreciate it, Nick. You're the real MVP of the episode already. Now, let's talk about the final match that has been announced as of right now. We have 4 matches, as I said, but I'm sure there will be 1 or 2 more. And this one is for the first time ever. If you woke up somebody in a coma 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and you told them that this title was being defended on a WWE PLE pay-per-view, they would be telling you it was crazy. Well, it's happening this Saturday in Tampa Bay, and it is for the TNA Championship for the first time ever, as the TNA champion himself. Say his name and he appears. It's Joe Hendry. It's the TNA champion, as he is going to be taking on Whoop That Trick. Trick Williams wants to take the championship to the other side and bring it home to NXT. We're going to have to see exactly what happens there, but I think this match is going to be very good. I don't know if this match or the match between Miles Bourne and Oba Femi will main event. I feel like we could see it go either way, and it could just honestly depend. I mean, we could very well have one of these matches start off the show and one of these matches end the show. But as I said, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens and where it goes. But probably a couple ref bumps, probably a bunch of shenanigans, probably a bunch of randomness. But in the end, I'm going to say the man, the myth, the legend, the one, him only. You're saying his name because he's walking out as your champion. Still, your TNA champion, Joe Hendry. There is no way that they really have Trick Williams win this match. Listen, I wouldn't hate it, and it would definitely be a swerve. It would be something different. But I just don't think that it would happen, and I don't think that it would be something that they would just have them do. Because, yes, Trick Williams could be on TNA and everything, but I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to put it past them, but again, as Nick says, Joe Hendry is not losing. Now, let's go. And we got one more show to preview because after Saturday night's main event, we sleep on Sunday. We have Battleground. And we have AEW Double or Nothing, guys. I promised you. And I said that we would come back to be doing AEW pay-per-views for Double or Nothing. We will not be doing AEW Wednesday because obviously, as I said, I will be in Chicago at a White Sox game. And I will be traveling back home to make sure we are home for this Friday for the main event 24-hour live stream. But did want to give you my predictions because we will be live for the show. We will not be going live fully for AEW Dynamites every week, but I will be starting to do a little bit more of them just so the AEW fans can come and hang out and watch and hang out with your boy Tino. But Sunday, the AEW pay-per-views, yes, they're pay-per-views, they're not PLEs, pay-per-views return. And I was not able to find any of the match cards, so you just got to look at my face while we talk about these. And they go as followed. We have Hangman Adam Page as he takes on Will Ospreay in the finals of the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Cup match. We got Jamie Hayter as she takes on Mercedes Moné in the finals of the Owen Hart Women's Championship. And the winner of those matches get a AEW World Championship match at All In. We got the Hurt Syndicate, as it's Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. We did meet Shelton Benjamin yesterday, guys, and it was so funny. I'll show you the picture in the video. My mom took a picture of him, and he totally caught her ass. He looks at she's taking a picture, and you can totally see he's like looking at her. He's like, what the hell are you doing right now? Did you just take a free picture? And my mom's got no shame. She said, she's like, I'm never going to see that guy again. How do you know? How do you know we don't go to another signing and he's there? I mean, but my mom did take a picture of Shelton Benjamin. And I did get his signature. So shout out to Shelton for signing that for me. But it is for a tag team matches. It's the Hurt Syndicate as they take on the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We got the FTR boys. This is Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood as they take on Stokely and Daniel Garcia in a tag team match. We got Mark Briscoe taking on Ricochet in a stretcher match. Mark Briscoe, please put Ricochet on the stretcher and just throw him in the river. I don't know. We got Timeless Tony Storm taking on Mina Shakira. No, she's taking on Mina for the AEW Women's World Championship. And those are the matches that will be going down. Obviously, this isn't Triple H. We know damn well by next Sunday we're going to have 7 more matches added to the card. So I'm going to probably have to do a whole nother preview show, or I'm going to make a short of my other half of my predictions. So I guess count this as part 1 of my AEW Double or Nothing predictions. And let's start it off here with the match between FTR and the Sons of, I'm sorry, not the Sons of the Guns. It's FTR as they are taking on Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. That's my bad. My bad on that one. I don't know who I said Daniel Garcia was tagging with, but that was not the right one. So let's start it off anyway, and let's get it going with that tag team match. And, for me, I feel like this is a match that will not go very long. And I feel like this is a match that will probably not. I don't even think it's going to drag. I just think this is going to be a match that they put somewhere on the card after a better match. And it's just kind of be like a bathroom break match. And I love these 4 guys, but it is going to be what it is. And it's also really cool to see Nigel McGuinness back in the ring after all these years. So I'm going to say FTR wins this match, but I do believe it will be a really good match. And I think that they're going to go out there and put on a really good show. We got Timeless Tony Storm taking on Mina for the AEW Women's World Championship. And Tony Storm, Mariah May had that great rivalry. Mariah May was champion. Tony Storm won it back. And now Tony Storm moved on. And, I'm going to be bold here. And just for the hell of it, because I like title changes, I'm going to say Mina defeats Tony Storm, Timeless Tony Storm. And I love Tony Storm. I love what she's doing. I loved everything that she has done, reinventing herself, doing the character that she's doing. especially everything that bad happened to her in WWE. I'm just happy to see her move on and be able to do good things with her career. Now let's talk about the stretcher matches. We got Mark Briscoe taking on Ricochet. And, Ricochet's another one. You could hate him, you could dislike him, but as I always talk about, if they're competing on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays, or Saturdays, or Sundays, whatever day you're watching wrestling on, it's still cool to be able to go out there and see him. And yes, it sucks to watch some of these older guys like Edge and other guys be able to be able to go and just not, not like they used to. And it sucks, but that's just what happens as you get older, and it is what it is. But I understand and I get it. So it is what it is. I don't know exactly where I was going with that, but whole point of it is that I love Toni Storm. But I am going to say Mina wins the AEW Women's World Championship, and I just think it was really, I was going to be bold on this one. Now, let's talk about Jamie Hayter as she takes on Mercedes Moné in the finals of the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. Mercedes Moné seems to be collecting gold left and right, and, Mercedes Moné has just been on top since she's got to AEW. Jamie Hayter, I'm so happy for Jamie Hayter now that she's back, doing her thing, ready to kick some ass. We also did see Sky Blue return last week or 2 weeks ago, I think it was. It might have been last week. My weeks are all messed up. I don't know what day it is anymore. I thought today was Monday at one point. I'm like, oh, shoot, I got to go live for Raw. And then I was like, no, wrong show. So I'm going to say that Mercedes Moné wins this. I think that we're going to see Mercedes Moné against Toni Storm, most likely, even though I did take Mina to win against Toni Storm. Toni Storm and Sasha Banks, a.k.a. Mercedes Moné, at All In, sign me up. I think that's what we need to see. We got the Hurt Syndicate taking on the Sons of Texas. I got confused in the other tag team match. My bad, guys. Don't yell at me. The Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes, as they take on, and it's Dustin and Sammy Guevara taking on the Hurt Syndicate for the AEW World Tag Team titles. I was not able to get a picture with Shelton Benjamin, even though I was able to meet him. Oh, I thought my shirt was like peeling. I was like, oh no. I was not able to take a picture with him, but I was able to get his autograph and everything else like that. So I did see him having people and allowing people to hold the AEW Tag Team Championships. So that was really cool. His son was also there. So that was really cool. And, Shelton Benjamin, I met him a few times. He's a really good guy. He's a really cool guy. And, I appreciate the wrestlers taking the time and actually giving us the conversations and everything else like that. And it sucks for people like the person Paige had to deal with, Saraya had to deal with, that just cannot, like I said earlier, have a normal conversation. So, Shelton Benjamin, I appreciate you doing that. And that is why I'm going to say you walk out still your tag team champions. As the Hurt Syndicate, they're going to beat the Sons of Texas, Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes. And honestly, that is the most random tag team of Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara that you could ever put together. Now, let's talk about the finals for the men. And it is the final match that we're going to talk about before. And I don't even think I gave you my predictions on Ricochet and Mark Briscoe. So before we get to that, let's go back because I completely skipped over. And I think that's where I lost track of what I was saying. Ricochet and Mark Briscoe. Yeah, that's what I was saying. No matter who and blah, blah, blah. Everything I said. Yeah. So, stretcher match. This might be the match that I'm kind of most looking forward to because I can't tell you the last time I saw a stretcher match, and I love matches like this because I love the brutality and I love people going out there and just destroying each other. And that's exactly what these two are going to do, Mark Briscoe and Ricochet. It's going to be a good match, should be a good fight, but in the end, might surprise you here. I'm going to say Ricochet walks out the winner, and Ricochet gets himself a win. I kind of like Ricochet being a bad guy and kind of just doing the heelish type stuff. And as I said earlier, it's good to see these people go to different companies, WWE to AEW, AEW to WWE, TNA to WWE, whatever way you get there. It's cool to see them being able to go and reinvent themselves, doing their thing, such as like Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, etc., etc. We could go on and on forever. But Ricochet going to win this match against Mark Briscoe. Let's say Ricochet gets the win on pay-per-view. Now, let's talk about the main event of Double or Nothing. As Mark Henry used to like to say, it's time for the main event of a long pay-per-view as of right now because, again, as I said, there'll probably be 7 more matches added by Sunday before we even start the show. But as of right now, there are only 6 matches. Now, listen, if this was the Double or Nothing card, I wouldn't completely hate it. But you know Tony, he loves himself some 13, 14, 16 match cards. But for now, let's talk about Hangman Adam Page and Will Ospreay. And the winner of this match, just like the women, they will get the winner of the AEW World Championship match that most likely will be announced later on this week. It will be, and we'll have to see what happens, but Will Ospreay and Hangman and Page are going to go out there and tear the house down in a really good match. And again, I don't think this will be the main event of the show, but it's the main event of our preview show. As I said, all the matches, just in case everybody's forgetting that it's the only matches that we have right now. So we'll have to see what goes on and what happens, but Hangman Adam Page, Will Ospreay, banger incoming. And in the end, after it's all said and done, I'm going to say Will Ospreay walks out and he goes on to face the AEW World Champion at All In. So, Will Ospreay defeating Hangman Adam Page. And those are my predictions for AEW Double or Nothing, NXT Battleground, and Saturday night's main event. Last thing I want to do here before we say goodbye, I didn't even realize we've almost been here for an hour already. I've been talking and I feel like I'm like doing I feel like I'm in therapy every time I do these episodes. That's okay though. So now let me tell you guys what we'll be doing here this week because we'll be going back to Chicago. I feel like I was just there, but this will be the last time I think I go until July. So I don't know, but we're going back to Chicago. We will be here live tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw. So don't you think that you can get rid of me yet? Because Monday night, come and hang out. We see Jey Uso, Braun Breaker. We got the women's tag team champions. Liv Morgan is immediately ready to return. So we most likely see her return this upcoming Monday Night Raw. We got a bunch of other things going down. So make sure you come and hang out tomorrow night as we go live for Monday Night Raw. I will not be here live Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I will be having these preview shows. These 3 preview shows will be cut into small videos. So if you want to watch them or if you just want to watch this full video and watch all 3 of them, you can. But I know sometimes some of you guys like to watch the other videos. So make sure you check those out. I will be having a gaming episode I will be doing a little pre-recorded of. So I will let you guys know about that when that is ready to come out and everything else. I want to know from you guys, if you want to see a Saturday night main event simulation, let me know, and me and Willie will pre-record it or do it for you before next week. So that will be on the community page. But for now, we got Monday Night Raw. And then when we come back here on Friday, as I said, guys, we'll be here on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. Let me go and check out the full schedule because your boy Tino, listen, I ain't giving nobody note. I am not saying anything about anybody. But I just think the way I saw it, I think I am going to be on the most amount of time. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I do it anyway. So it's like nothing to me, which is fine. So come and hang out, guys, as we go live at 7 o'clock. And your boy Tino will be here from 7 to 10 as me and Kyle watch SmackDown. And then we will be back here at 9 a.m. to noon as we will be watching Evolution, the first ever WWE Evolution pay-per-view. As you guys said, you guys wanted to watch it over on here on Tino's Time. Well, if you want to watch it with me, come and hang out this Saturday at 9 a.m. as we go live and we watch it in its entirety. It's a long show, but it's the first one ever, and they're coming back with it. So wake up, get your coffee, come and hang out with your boy Tino from 9 to noon, and then come back at 2 o'clock, and it actually looks like I'll be here all day. So come and hang out all day Saturday, and I'll be here as long as possible until 5 o'clock, until Kyle goes, and we ride off into the sunset with Saturday night's main event. So make sure you come here and join me for that on Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, we just previewed both shows. Come and hang out as it's a double watch along, as it's a double live stream. It's Double or Nothing. It is NXT Battleground. We got Paperclip Mike in the house. Paperclip Mike, how you doing, my guy? NXT Battleground, Double or Nothing, going down Sunday night. Come and hang out here as we watch both shows in its entirety, and we'll stay here until the shows end. And then the following week, when we get back and we're back here in Wisconsin and we're back at home and all the shenanigans and all of that, make sure you guys check out the vlog from Water City WrestleCon yesterday. It was one heck of a time. The only people I was not able to meet, and that was just more or less because I ran out of money, and it was Demolition and Jinder Mahal. We pretty much met almost everybody else, and I cannot wait to show you guys my experience, the pictures, the autographs, the signatures, the Cobra again, and everything that we got here. I want to say thank you to Shelton, Kelly, Chris Van Vliet, Brian Myers, Heath Slater, everybody that I met, everybody that I handed out business cards, Tino's Time stuff to. I appreciate all of you guys. Appreciate everybody spending a little bit of time, having nice conversations, and that's what it's all about. We don't got to be weird. We don't got to try to be kissing people in the mouth and doing all those weird things. Like I said, have a conversation. I talked to Chris, I think, for like 5 minutes, and it will be 5 minutes that, Chris might not remember, but I will remember forever. And, those are the moments. Talked to Kelly for a couple minutes, hung out with Brian Myers, Heath Slater, told him about the podcast, talked to him a little bit about his, told Heath Slater he got kids, funny as hell. Found a couple figures, all that good stuff, but cannot wait to show you guys my experience. Now, let's get to the chat, because we're not done yet here. We're just done talking for now. So, what do you guys got to say? Speaking of the Main Event Network, we got Mr. Too Sweet Kyle in the house. How are we doing? What is disgusting? Oh, yeah, that is disgusting. Oh, I was like, wait, what is disgusting? Yes, that is disgusting. But I'm always cooking. The problem is I can't really cook. Daniel, we got Daniel in the house. What's up? They are the best tag team. They are the best tag team. They are, aren't they? They are. What's up, Paperclip Mike? I didn't realize you were in here this whole time. I'm sorry, Mike. I appreciate you stopping by. I just saw your comment on my TV. Hi, Joe. What's up, Joe? How you doing today? What Star Wars are you watching? What's up, Hassan? How you doing? He says he picks Damian Priest. We got Delgado in the house. Delgado, you usually number one, bro. What's been going on, man? How you doing? He says I vote Jey Uso, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn. Hassan with the bold one. Hassan saying R-Truth gonna walk out as your what's up WWE World Heavyweight Undisputed Championship. Do you guys really believe that R-Truth's gonna win the match? Let's be real. Jey Uso, Logan Paul. Ooh, you think? See, as I said in that when we just talked about it, if there is gonna be a match that we see some type of something or another, it is going to be Logan Paul and Jey Uso. We are going to see them lose. And we'll see Jey Uso sadly lose. But hopefully that don't happen because I don't want to see that happen. But Eric in the house. We got Eric in the house. What's up, Eric? How you doing? I pick my boy John Cena. Yes, sir. John Cena should win. Jordan Grace is a good choice. I like for NXT. I think that we could see Jordan Grace walk out as your champion. Just like we could see some type of shenanigans on Saturday night's main event. And again, remember, these shows are still a week away, so we could see stuff added. And throughout the week, you know how I am about my shorts. I put out shorts, I swear, about everything that comes out, so we'll talk about it. What's up, Nick? I appreciate you coming and hanging out here. He also says he is a disabled wrestling fan, loves the live streams, like your stuff. Keep it up, man. I appreciate that comment, Nick. You are the best. I am not in a wheelchair. No, I am not in a wheelchair. So actually, Nick, and I haven't really talked about it. I actually have been thinking about doing an episode. You guys could actually go check out an episode I did. Is you guys, and I talked about it in that episode on win in the night and right, win in the night. Yeah, win in the night. Make sure you guys go check out that podcast. It is on the community page. I will repost it. I did talk about a lot of my stuff on how I started Tino's Time, how you guys have helped a lot with my anxiety, how I deal with the anxiety, the PTSD, the AD, all the stuff that I deal with. You guys learn a little bit about me. So, Nick, if you want to listen to that episode, definitely go check it out. And as I said, I will definitely repost it. But thankfully, shout out to my mom, Mama Tino. I am able to, and nothing against anybody, but I am able to walk. I am able to, I do have a little limp if you do meet me in person. As J-Dog likes to make fun of me, I am a little short, but I am able to walk and everything. That should never put anything against anybody. If you're in a wheelchair, if you can't walk, if you got no legs, you know what? There's people with no legs that go out there and play basketball. No people. There was a pitcher that had one leg that used to play baseball. So you put your mind to it, you can do it. And as I'm saying this, my mom's probably watching and like, why are you saying this, but you don't take your own advice? So let's hope my mom's not watching. But shout out to my mom and shout out to you, Nick, for coming and hanging out. And we welcome everybody here to the channel. So appreciate you. Sorry, I know I went on a little tangent. I like talking about that stuff. Henry ain't losing. Yeah, he ain't losing. I pick Obafemi. Tino, you be free Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, our call-in show live. Then you should call. Ooh, that could be interesting. Let's chat. I'm down. Let's chat some wrestling. As I talked about, me and Kyle will be live on Friday, this upcoming Friday, for the 24-hour live stream on the Main Event Network. But if you're doing it every Friday, definitely figure out a SmackDown or something, and we can figure out stuff. I like it, Nick. Some Sons of Guns of Texas. There we go. Can somebody please tell me what I still can't. Now I even forgot. I can't. It's MN. Huh? Oh, Mina Listen, Nick, you'll learn about me. I cannot pronounce certain names, so instead of me trying to say it, I just say the first name. Tony Storm wins. We got Chris in the house. What's up, Chris? Mercedes Monet retains and Sky Blue returns. Sky Blue. Mark Briscoe wins. Listen, I'm not going to put it past Mark Briscoe to not win this match. I think Mark Briscoe could very well win this match, and I would not hate it. I will be the best part. Oh, yeah. Mike, what you talking about, Willis? I don't know what paperclip Mike's talking about, because you already know. It's Tino's time. It's always Tino's time. And yes, this 24-hour live stream isn't a competition. We're all doing this together. We're all having fun. So I'm not going to put anybody down and everything, but come on. Listen, we're going to have some fun. It's going to be a good time. 24 hours. Let's see if everybody can stay awake. Let's see if everybody can do their thing. And let's see if everybody can handle. Guys, this is the easy. This is what do they call this? Light work? This easy work for your boy Tino. I mean, you guys know we've been here for 12 hours before. I'm not going to be here fully for the 24 hours. And hey, maybe we'll do one here on the channel eventually. But for now, let's see how the one over on the Main Event Network goes. We're going to have one hell of a time. So go follow all the great podcasts over there. Make sure you're subscribed to the Main Event Network, as they are on the road, and we're on the road to 100 over there. So if you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button, and let's get that before Friday. And hey, maybe we hit 200 before and while it's on. I think it could be something that it could be done. Are you excited for the most exciting Money in the Bank of all time? I hope it's the most exciting Money in the Bank of all time. I love Money in the Bank. You guys know as of late that they really have not done too much, and they really have not done a lot. So I'm very interested to see what happens. And so it's going to be real interesting. It's going to be real exciting. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go get some sleep. Well, okay, not sleep right now, but I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm going to go get ready for Monday Night Raw. And then we're going to get ready for the 24-hour live stream. So until then, guys, until tomorrow when a new week begins, I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Byron says, don't go. Byron, what you want to talk about? You got stuff to talk about? Let's talk about it. So while I let you know what we'll be doing here tomorrow night and the rest of the week, if you guys got any more comments, please let me know. The more comments, the longer we stay. So Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Come and hang out at 7 p.m. as your boy Tino's here, and we'll try to have a guest or two. I always try, but nobody wants to come on, so we'll see what happens. But tomorrow I'll be here for Monday Night Raw. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we will not be here. As I said, pre-recorded episodes, and these episodes will be out as you can. Go catch up on some episodes you haven't watched yet, because Friday, you're going to see a lot of us, as Friday we'll be here for the Main Event Network. Well, that's double or nothing. But Friday, we'll be here for Friday Night SmackDown, me and Kyle. Saturday night, all night, they'll be live over there. We'll be live Saturday morning for Evolution as we go live, and we have ourselves a good time. We'll see who comes and stops by, what podcast randomly pops up, and what does everybody remember from the first ever Evolution. And then on Sunday, we'll be here to watch both pay-per-views back in our spot in the same city, in the same place, in my house. Double or Nothing, NXT Battleground. I don't know what that was. I'm just talking now. But NXT Battleground, Double or Nothing, Sunday night. Come and hang out. So, yes, I won't be live here, but you're still going to see my face everywhere. And Southside Boys going to the White Sox game on Wednesday. So, hopefully the weather cooperates and we get ourselves in and we have ourselves a good time. Because it's Shane Smith Bump Day, everybody. So if there are any White Sox fans watching, or there anybody that does watch wrestling and the White Sox and the Southside Boys, if you see us, say what's up. You know, Deech's going to be having himself, and he'll be chugging it all, and I'm just going to be standing there laughing at him. So please, come and say what's up. Also, watch every Money in the Bank. The bad ones are entertaining. That could be a retro idea. That could be a good, fun retro idea to mix up Money in the Bank this year. We go back and we watch the winners. We go watch the worst Money in the Bank winners win the Money in the Bank, and then maybe we go back and watch like their cash in. So like we take like the top 5 Money in the Banks, we watch the match, and then we watch their quick cash in if it was a failure, and that could be a good idea. I like that, Byron. I like it. Maybe you could come and hang out on that episode. We'll figure it out. But for now, that's all I got here for you. Guys, make sure you go hit that like button, follow all the social medias, Tino's Time Wrestling, the Main Event Network, as I said, the OTM guys over there, the Southside Boys 23 on all the social medias. Make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe on the road to 3K. And lastly, guys, turn that notification button on so you know we go live next. And also, we're only 40-something away to 3,000. So we very well could get it while we are in Chicago this week. So continue to support, hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all back here tomorrow night as we begin a new week and we get ready for a long weekend. I'll see y'all tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw.